with women on letting go and moving on, and you know, self-awareness and mindset and healing the heart. We start from the self-awareness because the first amazing step for you to do is actually to recognize what type of situation you were in and what was actually really happening in that situationship, relationship, whatever. That is a beautiful place to start, because that just gives you that self-awareness of, wow, I was not crazy. Like, I was really controlled by this person. I was really manipulated. I was really stuck in a toxic pattern. Probably, you know, most of the times it's with the narcissist, right? That's what we really talking about. If you ever felt like you've been controlled by him, he was draining your energy, you were giving a lot towards that relationship or whatever that was, and you never felt like he is doing anything for you, that was probably, you were dealing probably with a narcissist. And what I actually want to emphasize is, because I was posting a lot about fuckboys, in fact, and fuckboy is not the same what the narcissist is. Guys, I can't do with my head today, like, just one of those days. I just can't deal. I just want to cut it. Oh my god. So I was saying it's gonna be messy, I don't care, blah, 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 blah. Okay, ready. You know, fuckboys are basically guys, and there are fuck girls too, and this is the same thing goes to girls. It's someone that just refuses to grow up, doesn't know what he or she wants, plays with people's feelings, plays with people's emotions, right? Lies and cheats, and literally it's like a one walking mess, and it's quite evil. At some point in your life you were probably a fucker, a fuckboy. I mean, don't tell me you never ever played with people's feelings. I know in my early 20s I was one big mess, and I did not care. Like, literally, I did not care. I didn't even know what to do with my body. I didn't know how to protect it. I didn't know how to, you know, literally nothing. It was one big mess. And I fucked with a lot of people's feelings back then. And what is very important is that we grow out of it. We are able to grow out of it, of course, because it's very immature period of our lives. But some people, and that is the issue, they refuse to grow out of it. They basically refuse to grow out of it, and they want to be stuck in that period of, I don't have to be the adult. This awareness is actually very needed, that, you know, we all been there, but what is not okay is to be stuck there. As you get older and older, you still making the same mistakes. That is not okay, because we all made mistakes. And we all learned from our own mistakes. And we have kind of that excuse a little bit that we were young and didn't know what we wanted. And because that was the case, we didn't know what we wanted. There's no excuse for anyone to behave like this, you know, all your life. When we're talking about whether he can change, whether you know, when you probably you're so involved with somebody, probably you've been involved in the past with somebody, and if he really broke your heart, like, there's a high chance that you're actually dealing with a narcissist who is also a fuckboy, probably. I mean, for sure. But it's probably a narcissist. Like, fuckboy is just someone, it's a sad place to be. It's a very sad place to be, and they don't have that strategy. They don't really think much. They are aware of what they're doing, you know, they're fully aware what they're doing. So they might even tell you, like, they don't, you know, they just want to fuck, or like they don't want a relationship. They might even tell you that. But you know, they might also at the beginning, because they want your body, obviously, so at the beginning they may manipulate you, you know, so they get what they want. And they know once you sleep with them, and once you have all that feelings up going on and everything, like, you starting attaching, and you know, the bonding started happening, and yeah, and they have you, you know, and they have you on the call whenever they want. You might just be lying to yourself, and you might just like that person too much and not see who he is, a fuckboy. And I actually dealt with that person that really was a narcissist and a fuckboy, 2 in 1. But I also dealt with another person who was just a fuckboy, and that didn't actually affect me that much, other than I was just angry, but that just went away really quickly because I didn't actually attach at all, because there was no deep connection. Apart from physical connection, there was no connection between us. And he was actually very fragile, very, very poor person. But he was 100% pure fuckboy. Oh my god, like, he did not even hide any of that. So another thing that I really want to emphasize, what is that? Is that I really, we talk a lot about narcissists, and women are like so super angry at them, and I get it, like it's really painful, and you more angry with yourself that you allowed for that to happen, but you were also unaware, so you cannot really blame yourself. It's still their fault what they do to us. But still, it's like, how, you ask yourself the question, how could you not know? When you do this work, so many things come up, and it's like, how could you not know? How could you not recognize that? How could you not have that mindset that you have right now back then? And it's just simply not possible. We have to go through that in order to learn that lesson, in order to actually become aware. We have to go through that. There's no other way. Let's stop like blaming ourselves and beating ourselves up as much as we have to work on our things inside that basically attracted that person to your life. They are even more broken, they're not even aware that they're broken, or maybe they are a little bit, but they just live in their own reality, and all of that came from their childhood. They are people who need help, and they're still people, so they are worthy of love, but they cannot behave the way they behave. And actually, I know a lot of voices out there will say they cannot ever change, like narcissistic personality disorder, depending how severe it is, but they will tell you like they cannot change. But I do actually believe, in my personal opinion, that they can change to some extent. Totally everything depends on them, but they will not change with the same person that they with. I believe that they can change at some point in their life, when they really decide, what is going on with me? Why am I such a narcissist? Because you know what? Now, like, as our consciousness is rising, and it's rising like a motherfucker, we realize that it's not just psychological thing. It's not just psychology. It's more. It's a lot more than that. It's our energetical state. There's a lot of spiritual stuff that are happening, and narcissists are people who struggle with their energetical states. It's not only happening in their minds, but it's only happening in things with their energy. Sensitive women and women who are anxious, the anxious type, are very, very much attracted to those men, to those narcissistic men, because what basically happens, our both energetical states attracting each other. What I experienced with that person was that our energies were matching perfectly, like perfectly. So what happened was, he was draining me from my energy, so he was getting a lot of my energy, attention, like everything. I was giving him that attention. I was giving him attention. I was giving him my heart, everything, and I loved that. Okay, and he loved that too. So it was a very unhealthy configuration, right? It all comes down to self-worth. I was feeling better when I was giving him the energy, giving him everything I could. Like, it was boosting my worth and my self-worth, and he was boosting his worth when he was getting me, and that just makes perfect sense. And yeah, this is what happened. So we were both boosting our self-worth with the external thing, okay, with each other, and we are totally not realizing that our self-worth is already within us. We don't even have to do anything, okay? But because we're not aware of what we bring from the childhood with us, and what messed us up in in the past, and how we reflect that now in our relationships. Like, I love relationships because it's just a mirror. It just gonna tell you everything. It's just gonna tell you everything what's happening inside of you. It's gonna tell you everything what issues you have. It's gonna tell you everything what happened with you in the past. It just, if you start working on this, you will find out incredible things. So I love this work. Like, for them to change, what they would have to do, they would have to face their shadow self. They would have to face everything that is crushing them inside of them, and they can only do that when they decide they are ready, when they decide they want to do it, when they're brave enough to do it, when they have balls to do it. You know, no woman's gonna force them to do it. No woman can influence them to do it. They have to be ready for it. I actually don't want any woman to analyze what that disorder is and what it is and go deep, because we don't want to be obsessive about this. It's just the place we are starting the work from, because it creates the self-awareness and it will make you feel like it's totally not you, it was him. Okay, it was totally him, and you were trapped, you were not aware again. And yeah, it's a beautiful place to start your healing journey, your transformation. But we don't want to be a specialist and an expert in this narcissism, because it's not healthy. The moment you have that red flag, that signal, the sign that, you know, you educated yourself about that, yep, it's happening, you drop it. No matter how much you like him, no matter how bad you don't want to see it. Okay, like, I remember when he said to me, like, you like everyone else, blah blah blah, and before he was like, you know, telling me like, yeah, you never give up on me, and this is a manipulation. Okay, like, if he says to you like, you never give up on me, yeah, you're so special, this is exactly, you know what he's doing. I have to record another video about this. He's taking your strengths and he's using them against you. This is what's happening. Ambitious women, obviously, they never give up. Okay, so when he tells you like, you never give up on me, he wants you to put up with his shit till the end of your life. Okay, he once said to me, I will be trying till the rest of my life. When I said, this is over, this is really over, and he said, I will be trying till the rest of my life, till my last days. No. That's like the worst thing you can say to me, because that basically means you will never change. That basically means you will never change. You're gonna be just saying you're trying, but you're not doing shit. So yeah, if he ever says that to you, like, no. There's so many things they say that are just telling you exactly what you need to know. Okay, so Jesus, this her. Last thing. You have a very important part to play, okay? You have the power to teach him the lesson, and you have to use that power. You have to do it. Teach him a lesson. And I know what, like, ridiculous things are holding us back, okay? Like, oh, I will never find the guy with, I don't know, this type of job, this family that you really like, you know, his family, this, whatever that might be, you know, this body part. Like, you will never find anyone else because this particular feature is so special, and it's just ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But yeah, teach him the lesson. You have the power, just fucking leave. Just drop him. We have so much strength. We have so much strength you don't even realize that you can totally drop him, even though you feel like you cannot, but you can.